yo, like, Ray J, what's wrong with you, man? Like, are you serious? What are you talking about? So he like, nah, because this real getting this money, Fab, getting money out here, man. You know what I mean? We on the West Coast, we mobbing, we getting money. I'm like, yo, seriously, Ray J, man? Like, I don't know what you're talking about right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what show he's talking about. The money team is right here, Floyd and 50. I said, yo, this don't really got nothing to do with Floyd and 50. I don't know what you talking about, but this is me and you. Like, what are you talking about? And he's starting to say, like, he's still saying, so I'm like, yo, all right, Ray J. All right, man. Like, if you're serious, like, you don't, because while he's talking to me, he's like touching my shoulder and like tapping me on the chest and like, you know, just talking. So I'm like, yo, if you serious, like, let's this end this. Like, don't, first of all, don't touch me no more. Don't touch my body in any form or way. Don't touch me. So he's like, what you mean don't touch you, Fab? And I said what I just said, Nick, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? And then from there he leaned back and then he like pushed off of me at my chest. So then when he pushed off of me, I jumped back to him and I grabbed him up. So I grabbed him up. It was no fight. It was no swing. This whole story that he made up, that whole Tupac rant about him swinging on somebody and all that shit is all lies. It's all
so there was never
on that Whitney. That was on that Whitney last night or something like that. That ain't no swings take place. You can ask the money team. The money team was standing there. Ask his money team that he's probably the water boy for, but ask the money team. Ask the money team and let them, and they will tell you that there was no blows or what's this. So I grab him up by his little red hoodie, and I'm holding him there by his hoodie, and I'm like, just chill out, Little Red Riding Hood. There's nothing going, like, just chill the fuck out, right? So I'm holding the nigga, and it's a bunch of commotion from all of the security guards and that. The hoodie is over his face. Like, I could have mopped the floor with this kid if I really wanted to. The hoodie's over his face. I'm just holding him. I didn't even swing on him. Like, I wasn't trying to, you know, I wasn't trying to Ortiz why there's a hoodie over it. So everybody chilled out. They calmed it down. Everybody like, yo, just chill out, just chill out. I let his hoodie go, push him back. He's behind his security dude, screaming at the ceiling, you know what I mean? I went in my, and throughout the whole altercation, the only thing that happened was my shades fell off or some shit like that. My shades got lost in the whole little scuffle thing or whatever. So I went to my dressing room, which was 2 feet down from where this happened. Went in my dressing room, had a couple sips of Fiji water, you know, we joked about it in there. Me, Kevin Hart, and Meek Mill. Meek Mill came out to the show. Shout out to Meek Mill and Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? We joked about it for a little bit. I went on stage maybe about 10 minutes after that, did my show. I actually did a show with no shades on. Like, I didn't, the crowd didn't even know none of that happened, but I never performed without my shades.
Yeah,
so
that was crazy.
Just that I didn't have no shades, I just performed. So if anybody wanted, he told the Breakfast Club that my face is up and my, like, there's nothing wrong with my face. Unless I got a great plastic surgeon who worked in the last hour or so, like, who can work in that quick of time, there's nothing wrong with my face. You know what I'm saying? He didn't swing. It's not happening. Ray J is not swinging. And that's in the same sentence don't even sound right. So the interview was very entertaining, and he sounded like, he didn't sound believable, but it sounded good. It was funny. I woke up to it. It was very funny. He said a couple gay, funny things in there. I'm not even going to even, like, I didn't drop your top, pause. That's not, no dropping no top anywhere. None of that happened. I don't know what kind of niggas you roll with that say that rape and all that, but they're not raping anybody over here on this side. and it's just a big story that he's, I don't know. Up until this point, Ray J was an associate of mine in the industry. I know him and his sister and never really had a problem with him. I didn't have a problem with him when I seen him. I don't know if this was fueled by him trying to prove himself for the money team. But, the real story is that you can't, there's cool niggas and there's real, and you can't mix them with lame. You know what I'm saying? And that's where this gotta stop. Like, you gotta stop. I don't want to be around no lame no more. Like, I don't want them even around me. You know what I'm saying? There's the cool niggas, the real niggas, and the lame niggas. Stay with you. I don't care if you got money. Being a lame nigga, it's a lame nigga. If you got money, you just a lame nigga with money, and that's it. There's no mixture. It don't make you cool because you lame, but you got money. You just a lame. And that's it. I don't do what he does. He doesn't do what I do. You know, he can continue to do reality shows and do his thing and do that, and I can continue to do what I do. If he want to pursue it further than that, that's not for media. That's not an interview at 6:30 in the morning, calling up, trying to what's the name. Like my hood won't let be allowed to get any Ray J. I don't even get no points off of Ray J. If you've never heard of any of this type of shit ever happening, so. You know, it was a good, funny story, cool story, you know what I mean? Good joke. You know, it could be a movie one day. Probably not. But at the end of the day, there's no way that Ray J is getting off on me. No way. Never, ever happened. Ever. Ever.
So, is there any way we can squash this, man?
No, it's nothing to squash. I don't have a, like he's talk, like, you know, like I said, it could be, we could progress in our own ways. I could go my way. He could go his way. He could continue playing the piano at Floyd's crib if he wants. And I'll continue to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And he could do concerts in living rooms all he wants. That's his prerogative. But at the end of the day, like I don't gotta mix in with him. You know what I'm saying? So he could do his thing. I do my thing. If he wants to take it on a different path, which he ain't really about. But if he want to take it, if he want to go there, then it could go there, but it won't go there through the media. It's already amplified on Twitter and on radio about people have heard his little story. Like, I was not going to pay this attention, but I don't want people in the back of their mind thinking maybe I'm being silent because Ray J actually... There's some smart people in the world that don't believe this whole little story, but there's some people that don't know. So I had to speak on it, but it's nothing to squash. You know what I mean? I know you're... You know, Clue Farrakhan is trying to
Clue Sabian.
Yo, listen, whatever, Clue Sabian, whatever you try to do here. But
I could talk a bird down from a tree.
And it could be it's.
Yo, Fab man, I appreciate you calling in, man. Look, man, you know I'm a good person, man. I could talk a cloud down from the sky. So I'm gonna try to work on this and get this whole thing squashed out for you.
3 in the morning in the club. I don't know. He was doing interviews with Charlemagne and Envy and Angela Yee, and I guess maybe that's what he thought was gonna work for him. But nobody like real don't believe that. Anybody real with any sense of knowledge in them don't believe that. Like that story is made up stories.
Yo, I gotta thank you for calling in, Fab man. Yo, I know you got stuff to do. I'll see you when you get back to the city, man.
Yeah, man, I'll be back real soon, man. I gotta get some music out behind this.
Stay out of trouble, Fab.
Yeah, man. I try. I'm gonna try to stay on Twitter too, man. That's where I get in the most trouble at, on Twitter.
Yeah, man.
But they can follow me. I think I'm gonna get in some more trouble now. I think I'm gonna go on Twitter after this interview.
We're gonna try to alleviate all the problems, man. Just keep moving. Yeah,
man. Yo, man, Ray J, man, I don't know if you sobered up by now, you know what I mean, if you're thinking in right thought, but you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, this is not a war between me and you, man. You need to clean yourself up, get yourself right, you know what I mean, do the right things, stop letting people around you get you to do things that's really not you, man. Be you, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, I'm grown, you know what I'm saying? So I don't play, like, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't even want to do this to this kid. Like, it's not nothing to play on. People get hurt, people get killed, and it ain't really worth it, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm just going to sign off on that, you know what I mean? I'm just going to stay how I am, stay the cool, and I handle whatever come my way.
All right, thanks, Fab.
HipHopBeef.com